Hello everyone, welcome to Power BI Data Flow playlist once again. In this video, we will learn about how to edit or modify or update the existing data flow. And since this session gonna be the continuation of my previous session, so I would request everyone to go and watch my previous session, which is available to my channel. And in that previous session, I have explained about how to create a simple report using the data flow. Okay, and that similar report we are gonna modify in this session. Okay, so please go and watch this previous session and then watch this session. And with that said, let's talk about the business use case. So guys, this is the business use case. Uh, uh, so there is a, let's say there is a user or a customer who has access to the quick summary report, and he dropped an email to the team that he wants some change. And what is the change that he want to see the product detail at the category and subcategory level. Okay, so this is what the change that he want, and he want this change in the form of a visual which shows the total product sold by category and subcategory. Okay, so this is what the change request we received from the customer or from a user. So to incorporate this change, guys, initially we'll go to the Power BI. So I have opened this Power BI file already that we created in the last session. Okay, so now guys, I'm going to tell a very common approach that we can use for updating any of the report in real time. Okay, so let's say whatever the change customer is looking for, initially we should go to the report level. Okay, and check whether the detail that customer is looking for is already available to the report or not. Okay, so this is what the first step that I'm going to do. So customer is looking for the category and the subcategory. Okay, so we'll go to the report first and check whether this detail is available into the report or not. Okay, so I'm going to the data tab, and I can see here three tables, and we have a search bar also, so we can search for category. So I can see here it is suggesting some product subcategory key which is available in dim product, but this is not actually the name, category name. It is the key. Okay, so that will not serve our purpose. Let's go and check for subcategory as well. So again, we are getting the same suggestion, and which means that category and subcategory names are not available to the report. Okay, and since those are not available to the report, definitely we will not be able to you know uh, create visual on top of that. Okay, and since this report is not available to the report, what is the next step? Look at the report source. Okay, so this is the next step. So the source of the report, we already know the source of the report is the data flow. But let's say if you wanted to check that, we can go to query section, and in this we have the transform data. We can expand it, and we can hit on this data source setting. The moment we do that, we can see here for current file, data flow is the source. Okay, and since the data flow is the source, data flow actually will be available in Power BI service. So we has to go to the Power BI service now. Okay, so let me click on close and go to Power BI service. So this is my Power BI service where I have logged in with my credential. So to find the data flow, we has to go to the workspace. Okay, and this is what the workspace that I have created, and inside this workspace we have a data flow available, right? So this is the data flow that we are using in the quick summary report. Okay, so now we will check whether at this level do we have uh, the information available for category and subcategory or not. Okay, so the moment I hit on this, I can see here uh, uh, the similar table which are available into the Power BI desktop file, right? So the same tables are available here as well. So definitely that detail is not available at the data flow level also. Uh, and this is the case that is being happened with us. But in the real time, guys, maybe a chance like in the data flow you will have a number of table, and in the report you are using only 2 3 tables, right? So in that case, there might be a chance that detail that user wanted to add may be available at the data flow level itself. Okay, this is not being happen in our case. In our case, like we are using all the tables into the report, whatever tables are available in the data flow. So definitely will not have category and subcategory at the data flow level also. So now where to see next? Okay, so next to see like the root source. Okay, because data flow is something which derives from the another source system, right? So definitely there will be some root source from where this detail is coming, and root source might have that category and subcategory detail, right? So to do that, to find it, let's click on close first of all this one and go to this. So this is the lineage view. Okay, and in this lineage view we can clearly see this is the data flow, which is getting the data from SQL Server. Okay, so SQL Server is the root source for this data flow. So category and the subcategory detail might have at this level, okay, or will be available this level, because uh, uh, before SQL Server there is nothing, right? The SQL Server is your root source, so definitely that category and subcategory details should be in SQL Server. Okay, so in that case, what we has to do to include that category and subcategory, we has to update my data flow. Okay, but before that, let's go and check the SQL Server as well, whether that detail is available or not. So let's go to SQL Server and let's expand this database that I'm using, and click on table. All right, so I can see here the dim product category and the subcategory tables are available. Okay, so these are the two tables that we have to add into the uh, data flow. All right, so let's do that now. So go to Power BI service and let's add it the data flow. Okay, so these are the three tables which are already there. Let's add tables. Okay, so I'm gonna go and click on add table. The moment I instead of that, what we can do, we can click on add table. Okay, so we will directly go to the Power Query window. Okay, because add table is something which where we are going from scratch. Okay, so we don't want to go from scratch. Okay, so these are already the three tables that are available into the data flow. Now I wanted to load the new tables, category and the product subcategory. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to get data and click on SQL Server, and here I will pass my sub detail and the database detail as well. Okay, and my SQL Server is already configured with the gateway, so it has taken the connection string already, and the only thing that I has to do is click on next. The moment I click on next, the authentication is happening and I have access to all the objects which are there in this particular database. So I have to add the dim product and the category table, right? So let's select these two table and click on create. The moment I do that, as you can see here, these are the two additional table added to my Power Query along with dim product and fact internet sales. So let this refresh. it it is taking some time, so please bear with me. So as you can see now, these two tables are added to my data flow. Okay, added to the Power Query, and this is what the data that these tables are holding. So let's do some transformation. So let's remove the unwanted column from here. So click on remove, and let's do this similar exercise to product as well. Product category table as well. So let's select this column and click on remove. Right, so now the product category and the subcategory tables also kind of clean. So now everything looks fine, so we can click on save and close, so that the product category and the subcategory table also will get added to the data flow. So it's loading. So now as you can see here, okay, so first of all, look at this one. Your change have been saved, but your data will not be updated at the next scheduled refresh. Okay, so this is what I already told. To get the data for product category and subcategory, we have to refresh this uh, 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 data flow. Okay, then only the product category and subcategory will have the data. Otherwise, they will be kind of blank. Okay, so. Now, guys, if you observed here earlier, there was only three tables: dim date, product, and fact internet sales. But now it has two additional table called product category and the subcategory, right? So these are the five tables actually which are available in the uh, data flow now. Okay, so since that modification has happened to the data model, sorry, data flow. So what next we have to do? We have to refresh it, because we wanted to populate the data for these tables. Okay, so we have to refresh it. Okay, so how to do that? Let's click on close, and you can you can go to you can click on here as well. This is also one option, or we can go to workspace, and then also there also we have a ad hoc refresh button. Okay, that which I already showcased in my previous session, right? So this here, from here also we can hit and refresh it, or we can go to workspace, back, so go to list view. Okay, and here also we have this refresh button, right? So we can refresh my data flow from here as well. So let's hit on this, because we wanted to populate the data for product category and subcategory. So let this refresh happen. Will not take much time, but let this happen, so that we can add the visual which customer is looking for uh, in the report, right? So it is spinning, it means that this data flow is getting refreshed. So it is refreshing, please bear with me. So as you can see here, my data flow has been refreshed completely, and this time also has been updated. Okay, so just now it has been refreshed 11:28. Okay, now it's 29, but very recently it has updated. Okay, so now my data flow is up to date. The only thing we have to do is, now we have to go to the report, because my report is connected to this data flow, and here also we has to refresh my report. Okay, because as you can see here, this is not showing the updated information, right? So to have the updated information from the data flow, we has to refresh this report. Okay, so click on refresh. Okay, so these tables are added here. Okay, I we have to include the table. We did not included the table product category and subcategory. Okay, so first of all we have to include. So to include the tables, we'll go to transform. Okay, and click on source and click on uh, type your online services, okay, or you can directly type the data flow here. So this is the data flow, and we can click on connect. The moment we click on connect, we have a navigator pane, so we can expand the workspaces, because in the workspace you will have the data flow available. So this is the workspace, and this is the data flow that I have, and if I expand it, these are the new tables that are there, right? So that also has to be added. Okay, then we should refresh. Okay, so I have added this one. So these are the two new tables which are added to my report. Now let's click on home and click on apply, because these two table has to be added, then only they will be visible to the data section. Okay, and this is what we did wrong previously, but now we have did the correction, so these two tables are added. Okay, so you can see here, now these two tables are also added into the data model. Okay, uh, now the next step, let's go to the data model, because we wanted to validate everything connected at the data model side or not. So I can see here everything looks perfect. So product subcategory uh, we have here. So product table is connected to the product subcategory, and this is connected to the product category. Okay, so this is what the data model is, and this data model is not the star schema, it's a snowflake schema model. Okay, so let's go to since data model looks fine, so let's go to report and add the visual that customer is looking for. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just resize this one little bit. Okay, and after that let me include a matrix here. Okay, and in that matrix what we can do, we can include the English product category name and the subcategory name also, subcategory name, and what he wanted to uh, see, he wanted to see the sold product. Okay, so from the fact internet sales we will pick up the product key, right? Because for each and every transaction detail will be available in the fact sales, so we are picking up the product key from here. Okay, so product key should be in the value. Okay, and that category also let's put in the row. Okay, so this is how it will look like, and after that we can expand it. Okay, so this is how our detail is looking. Okay, we can uh, rename this to as total sold product. Okay, so that's how it is. Now I think this space is quite fine. So this is how, we added this, and this detail in the report. Okay, so now we can see this is the category, and this is the category, and this is also category, and under category we have the subcategory available, right? So this is the overall picture. Okay, so these are the subcategory. Okay, if you wanted to see the detail at the subcategory level, we has to go to the next level as well, right? So we can click on this expand button, right? So it will show you the subcategory detail also. Okay, and one more thing that we wanted to do here, like the top product, top category and subcategory, I just want to put on top. So we will do short by total sold product, so the higher number it will show on top. Okay, like this. So now you can see here, after this number, this number, this number, this number, everyone, like it is going from descending to ascending, right? So we have added this detail into the report. Now our development work is finished here. Like we have added this detail to the report. The only thing is remained here, like sharing the report with the end user or publishing this report into the Power BI service again, so that customer will have the updated information about that report, right? So now the only thing remain to publish. So I'm gonna go and click on publish, save this report, and this is what my workspace. So select this workspace. Now publish has been started, and since this report is already available in the Power BI service, so we have to replace it. So click on replace. So click on got it. Now the report is up to date in the Power BI service. We need to refresh our uh, page, and after that this is the report that we updated. As you can see here, last time it is deployed at this time. Okay, it is 36 now, but it is showing up going up to second as well. Okay, 46 second. So let's go and click on this summary, quick summary report also, just to validate the changes. Okay, so you can see here this report has this visual added, right? So this report kind of updated version of the report where we have accomplished the requirement or the change request that we received from the customer. Okay, now what we can do, we can inform to the customer that that changes has been incorporated to the report, and they can review that. Okay, so this is how you know we modify uh, the data flow, and from that modified version of the data flow, update the report as well. Okay, so this is the complete approach to update and modify any of the report which is from the data flow. Okay, so let's go to the PPT back. Yeah, so demo part we have already done. So that's it guys for this video. In the next video, we will we will learn about some more concepts such as the linked and the compound table in the data flow. Okay, so let's catch up in the next video. And guys, if you really like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.